Hello students, today in this video we are going to study about the combination of cells. Just as we have studied the combination of resistances in series in parallel, similar to that we are now going to study about the combination of cells. So first of all, why we need the combination of cells? The reason for this is that when we use a single cell in a circuit, it provides a small value of current, and if we need the desired value of current is quite high that cannot be achieved by a single cell, then we used the combination of cells to get the desired value of electric current. So two or more than two cells can be combined to get a higher value of current in the circuit. A combination of cells is called a battery. So battery is the name for a combination of cells. Now this combination can be in the form of series, similar to that of resistances. It can be in the form of series, or it can be in the form of parallel or mixed. Mixed is when we use both together. So one by one we have to study both formats, combination in series and combination in parallel. First let's talk about the cells in series. By saying cells in series, we mean that the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the positive terminal of other cell, and so on. In this explanation I am going to show cell like this. Now this will be the representation of cell, where this section represent the EMF, while here the resistance below show the internal resistance of the cell. So cells in series means when the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the positive terminal of other cell, and so on. So this type of arrangement is called cells in series. Where epsilon 1, epsilon 2, epsilon 3 are the EMF, and R1, R2 and R3 are the internal resistances of the cell. Now this kind of combination is called cells in series. We can write it as when negative terminal of one cell is connected to positive terminal of other, and so on. Like the process goes on. It can be up to n number of cells, then the whole setup or the cells are said to be in series. To understand this, let us consider two cells with EMF epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 and internal resistances R1 and R2 connected in series between the points A and C. What we are considering two cells with EMF epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 and internal resistances R1 and R2 connected between 2 points A and C, and we know that current moves in the circuit from positive terminal to negative terminal. So current will be drawn from positive to negative, from positive to negative. Let this value of current be I. Now if we want to form an equivalent of this combination, then it will be represented as by a single cell having EMF. Let us call that EMF as equivalent EMF, and its internal resistance as equivalent resistance between the points A and C with the current I. Now this circuit, this system or this arrangement shows the combination of these two cells, or we can say that these two cells can be combined to get equivalent EMF epsilon EQ and equivalent internal resistance REQ. Let's find the value of equivalent EMF and equivalent resistance. For this, we consider VA, VB and VC. VA, VB and VC be the potentials at points A, B and C respectively, right? What we have considered? We have considered VA, VB and VC, the potentials at point A, B and C. Then the potential difference across the two cells. The potential difference across the two cells can be given as, like for this cell, the potential difference across it means VAB, potential difference between A and B can be given as VAB is equal to VA minus VB. VA minus VB, and it will be equal to its EMF माइनस जितना इसमें से पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप हुआ, एंड इट विल बी इक्वल टू आई एंड इट्स इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस IR1. अगर इस सेल में से कोई भी करंट पास ऑन नहीं होगा या बिल्कुल भी पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप नहीं होगा, then this factor will be 0. In that case, the potential difference VAB is equal to epsilon 1. But here we are considering the current I flowing through the cell, so there will be a potential drop of IR1. So potential difference between point A and B will be VAB, VA minus VB, or is equal to epsilon 1 minus IR1. Similarly, between point B and C, VBC is equal to VB minus VC, or it will be equal to epsilon 2 minus IR2. Alright. Now, the potential difference between the terminals A and C. If you want to calculate the potential difference between the terminals A and C, then we get VAC is equal to VA minus VC, or we can write it as VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Here I add and subtract the term VB and rearrange the values. So VA minus VB will be equal to epsilon 1 minus IR1, and VB minus VC will be equal to epsilon 2 minus IR2. Now on rearranging, we get epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2 minus IR1 plus R2. This is equation number 1. Again, we can find the potential difference VAC by this equivalent combination or equivalent system. So from this equivalent system, VAC will be equal to E equivalent minus IR equivalent. From the equivalent system, VAC is equal to E epsilon equivalent minus IR equivalent, or we can write it as, for equivalent system, VAC is equal to VA minus VC is equal to epsilon equivalent minus IR equivalent. This is equation number 2. Now we are going to compare these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. On comparing these two equations, what we find that this EMF term is equal to this equivalent EMF, and this resistance term is equal to this equivalent resistance, or we find that epsilon equivalent is equal to epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2, and R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. So what we get is, in series combination of a cell, epsilon equivalent is equal to epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2, and R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. These are the required results for cells in series combination. Now if we have n number of cells, then these relations will be expanded up to n terms, that is epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2 plus dot 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 up to epsilon n. This will be the epsilon equivalent for a system having n number of cells connected in series, and its R equivalent will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus so on up to Rn, right? This will be the equivalent values for a system having n number of cells connected in series. Now what if any one of the cells among these n cells is flipped, or we can say is connected, turned around, like this. This is epsilon 1 and then this is epsilon 2 and this is epsilon 3. Now in that case a negative sign is used with this EMF value epsilon 2, then in such case E or epsilon equivalent will be equal to epsilon 1 minus epsilon 2 plus epsilon 3 and so on. So we use a negative sign if the cell connected in the form of turned around. Alright, so this was about the cells in series.